having been offered a job by the White House, is now a subject. They want a special prosecutor to be named. Let me read a little bit from this letter. They say this: the allegations of this matter are very serious and, if true, suggest a possible violation of various federal criminal laws intended to safeguard our political process from the taint of bribes and political machine manipulation. Goes on to say, we do not believe the Department of Justice can properly defer to White House lawyers to investigate a matter that could involve a serious breach of the law. Now, here's the question for you, Paul. And you served in a White House, in the Clinton White House, so you understand these kinds of legal matters well. The White House says they investigated, their lawyers looked at it, nothing was wrong, case closed. The question to you is, if nothing was wrong, what do they have to hide? Why not fully explain what was offered, what wasn't offered, tell about the meetings, all that stuff to get this behind them?
Why not? I think that's fine. I can't imagine, as a lawyer and as a former White House aide and a former congressional aide, what the hell law they're talking about, though. There's no violation of law. Even if what's alleged is true, there's no violation of law. There's just not. I looked up, they're talking about Section 600 of the Criminal Code, of 1800 U.S. Code, and that speaks to offering jobs in order to essentially bribe voters or maybe bribe officials to do certain things. It's never been used this way. I can't think of a single prosecution. The head ethics lawyer in the Bush senior administration, Richard Painter, says that it's difficult to envision this as a bribe. Peter Zeidenberg, who's a former federal prosecutor from the Public Integrity Unit at the Justice Department, he says that this would have a horrible precedent if we criminalized the political process. And Ron Kaufman, who you know is but
the White House
he says every White House in history has ever done this, according to Ron Kaufman, who was in the first Bush White House. What's the crime? And who's ever been prosecuted?
But you agree the White House should just say, look, here's all the timeline of exactly what happened, what was said, what wasn't said.
We're talking about a conversation, and so you're going to have people's memories are going to differ. I mean, it's just...
I don't think we're going to answer it in the arena of the media. I think that's why we're looking for an independent investigation. Let's look at this. This is not a partisan. Let's be very clear. This is not a partisan issue. You have a Democrat admiral coming forward and saying he may have been a victim of a bribery attempt.
It's not a bribe.
And may have been. He's alleging that. I think for all the reasons that the Justice Department would look at Rod Blagojevich, investigate those issues, in all fairness, to have parity, why wouldn't he open it up and allow them to do the same
when
here?
You have the Republican head of the Bush White House ethics unit saying there's no crime here, when you have a career former Justice Department public integrity lawyer saying I've looked at this, there's no crime here, there's no crime.
There is nothing wrong with having parity.
Clearly,
this is so silly. I mean, you're trying to criminalize. You're trying to criminalize. No, the Bush administration was not. You're trying to criminalize basic politics here.
The Justice Department came against Bush for firing 4 U.S. attorneys, and we saw all of this. Why wouldn't you investigate?
Who's prosecuted for that?
Clearly, the Republicans are not going to lay off on this until there's a more fulsome